All right, boys. Today we're going to talk about some very basic principles on how to grow. Basically, things that are very obvious that become more obvious as you continue to train, but seemingly in the current fitness industry are not obvious because people have no idea what causes muscle growth. They just kind of play a guessing game most of the time, like, oh, brother, high volume worked for me one time, or high reps worked for me one time, or cheat lateral raises worked for me. And everybody kind of has like their own, whatever works for you type mindset, and that ends up leading to a lot of trial and error in the gym. But with that said, you don't have to do as much trial and error if you learn more and more basic principles, because you know what basic mistakes to avoid. So I would say, as a baseline, just remember that when your volume increases, your frequency has to decrease. Whenever your frequency increases, your intensity might have to decrease, right? Whenever it's a scale, right? You're tipping the scales always. And so you always want to make sure that your recovery is balanced out with the amount of stimulus you're getting. Otherwise, you're going to run yourself into the ground with too much fatigue, okay? And overtraining is very real, right? Overtraining, you know you're overtraining whenever you're not making any progress, even though you feel like you're training your butt off, right? If you feel like, man, I'm challenging myself constantly, there's no way I shouldn't be making any progress, and I'm training my butt off, I'm going as hard as I possibly can, I'm gritting my teeth through every set, but you're not making any progress in the gym, chances are you're overtraining. But on the flip side, you could also be undertraining. So that would be, you know you're leaving too much in the tank every session, right? You know you're not doing enough. You know those last few reps you're always kind of avoiding because they hurt, they burn, or they feel hard, right? To which I would tell you, just increase your intensity. Don't worry about lowering volume even or anything like that, right? Because chances are the volume you were doing before wasn't even intense. So it's okay if you just increase the intensity. But for those of you who are kind of at that intermediate level looking to level up, just remember that. It's all about, okay, if I'm going to increase one thing, I'm going to have to decrease another thing to balance out, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing would be, obviously, a sign that you're progressing in the gym is that you're getting stronger. Training for strength does not make you a powerlifter. It just makes you somebody who's progress-oriented, right? There's no chance that you can get bigger without gaining some degree of strength. And so you're not just chasing numbers, because oftentimes that leads to cheating and ego lifting. But what you are chasing is, hey, I've done 8 reps with 135 pounds with very clean form. Time to up the weight to 140 pounds and go for 5 strict reps with very clean form. Then up it every week. Try to get another rep, right? It's very simple. That's a concept called progressive overload. Now, a backtrack that I would see from that mindset would be, I could do this with very strict, clean form. Let me see if I can make it harder by doing, cheat reps at the end, right? And control the eccentric. In my opinion, I don't think cheat reps are very effective for anything when it comes to just controlling the eccentric, because there is a protein filament called titin that is kind of like a rubber band that generates something called passive tension in the muscle fiber, and it basically doesn't contribute to hypertrophy beyond a certain point, right? It hardly does anything in terms of the hypertrophic front after probably the first couple months as a beginner. So unless you're a total beginner, doing cheat reps isn't really going to be effective, and even then I would opt for stricter form as a beginner, so don't worry about that, right? And then the next thing would just be, don't focus on anything gimmicky. Don't do any sort of crazy, here's a triple, ultra super cluster mega cheat drop set. No, just focus on doing the same type of things over and over again and getting a little bit stronger. If you want to switch it up, just switch up the exercise selection, right? If you plateau in an exercise, maybe shift it to earlier on in the exercise, right? Like, let's say I put bicep curls dead last and they stop progressing and I want bigger biceps. I might benefit, and actually I would for sure benefit, from putting them first in the whole workout, because they will get a better stimulus if I'm fresh, okay? So it's, like I said, It's all about balancing the scales. So anyway, I'm gonna do this set here. The reason I'm doing leg extensions first is because this is a shortened position movement, which means the quads are gonna be very contracted, right, for the majority of this movement. So it's not really gonna cause that much fatigue at all. And it's very isolated because I'm gonna do single leg. I'm gonna drop my leg off here. We're gonna be wearing the belt, so that way my butt can't be lifted up to cheat. And it's just gonna be isolated quad movement here, going really heavy. We're gonna try to get probably 5 strict reps to failure. And then we're gonna move on to a squat pattern that I really like. But yeah, this isn't a particularly fatiguing set of movements, and it potentiates a lot of activation in the quad. So this will be very useful for the next exercise we're gonna do. And by the way, I know I use a lot of weird, like, jargony type terms sometimes, or it can seem like that, but I hope I'm getting the point across well. Basically, this is gonna make it to where I perform in a better manner than I otherwise would have on this squat pattern, while still including this movement. Right. So like if I were to put leg extensions after the squat pattern, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
Take 3.
So basically, if you're doing a squat pattern before a leg extension, chances are you're probably over fatiguing yourself before the leg extension. It's not going to be as effective as if you had just put it first. But what do you think, Selwyn? Go ahead. Go ahead. Bring that chest into the thumbnail. Just start pec bouncing.
I'm going behind it.
He's going behind.
Until right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, we could use a good pec bounce from Selwyn right now. I'll keep that video. I'll save it forever, bro. Did he stop the video? Oh, dude. Bruh.
It was perfectly on the...
That's amazing, dude.
It was perfect.
Bruh. Oh, that's staying in the video.
Hey, Selwyn, that's staying in the video, he said.
That's staying in. We're saving that forever. Alright, I'll just say this before we start the set, right? The reason that a squat pattern would be more fatiguing than a single leg extension is because, number one, a squat pattern is going to target a lot more muscles at the same time. We're looking at not just the quads, but also the glutes, the adductors, all sorts of other random muscles you wouldn't expect. Whereas, again, this only targets one muscle primarily, right? And maybe you're getting a little bit of co-activation in like your hands from freaking grabbing this, whatever. But at the end of the day, one's a lot more isolated. So whenever a muscle is more lengthened and it's under tension, there is... Okay. your muscle fibers have calcium ion channels, okay? And calcium ions are what regulate muscle contractions. So the thing about calcium ions is they inflame muscle cells, and obviously your muscle cells have to deal with that inflammation, and it takes days to get rid of the calcium ion overload inside of the muscle cell. So whenever you're doing stuff that's more lengthened, like a squat pattern, so you're getting a very deep stretch on your quads, ankle to glute or whatever, however deep you go, along with the fact that the resistance profile also makes it hardest towards that most lengthened position, like right in this range. You are getting a boatload of tension in the most lengthened position. You're opening up those calcium ion channels, and you're getting an influx of calcium ions that are overloading the muscle cells more than you would during a leg extension. And the thing about getting that overload is it actually causes central nervous system fatigue. Okay? So basically, you are unable to recruit as many muscle fibers when that happens. So long story short, do your leg extensions before squat patterns, or another example would be doing a chest fly before a chest press, right? We're doing lat pullovers before a lat pull down, right? There's not that many good examples other than this, but anyway, let's start the set. I'm gonna do the full stack. Let's go. Alright. Say hello to the camera.
Not here. I can't. No. How much do you weigh right now?
170.
What was your show weight?
149.
149? Oh my god.
I've been eating, bro. I've been having dreams about food every night, bro. I'm finally feeling normal though. Literally today and yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you were on camera still. Yeah, but bro, I've been eating.
What have you been eating?
Everything, dude. Literally everything. Mom's dinner, you know what I'm saying? Mom's dinner and a lot of mom's dinner. I've been having, donuts every day, bro. We get free donuts at the gas station. Yeah.
What the heck?
We go where are about to close, and we get a bunch of free donuts and sandwiches. I've been eating that every day, bro. I've been eating, I had 2 tubs of ice cream, bro, in one day. I've been feeding, bro. I've been feeding. But, dude, when I tell you, I was so hungry after the show, I was hungry, man. It was uncontrollable, bro. I don't understand how I committed to that diet. I don't understand how. I don't, But I think I might like, I'm gonna chill at this weight for a while. And then probably like, well, I'd say probably like start of November, I'll probably do like an aggressive cut before the holidays. So that way I can pig out a little bit for Thanksgiving and everything, you know? Because I've been gaining like 2 pounds a day. Every day, bro. But I gotta ease up. It's so funny, like I still track everything, I still weigh everything out. So eating the junk food.
So you know how much you've been eating?
Yeah, calorie average is about 6,500 a day.
My God.
Yeah, so, and some days are like not over 9,000, and then some days are like 3,000, you know? But, oh, dude, yeah. But I want to stay here. I don't want to get bigger than this.
That's pretty crazy. When's your next show?
I want to do one next year. I want to do one probably around the same time next year. I want a full year to just get huge, you know? Like, again, I'll stay with this weight or lighter, you know? But I want to recomp, you know? Get the stupid strong and everything, like crazy strength. I don't know how well you can handle it, by the way, because they're stupid. But I just started using a mouth guard for lifting, because apparently it helps with activation. So I'm experimenting with it. It seems to help a little bit, but yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll just say this before my set. The absolute best tip that I have on this machine is to slide your butt back as far as you can. Slide it back as far as you can. Trust me. I'll say this too. A lot of you might be wondering why I have a mouth guard. I might have already brought this up earlier on in the video, but in case I didn't, it's just because teeth clenching has been shown to increase muscle activation. So, with that said, if we're doing it, it should help us to get a little bit more juice out of our sets, train a little bit harder, and get more out of what we're doing. So, we're gonna do single leg calf raises here, focus on getting a super deep stretch, only going about halfway up, because the contracted position doesn't really do a whole lot in a calf raise. Namely, the stretch position is what we're going for, so let's go. Oh, yeah. Up. One more. Adductor pump is going crazy. But yeah, if you want to get more out of less weight, if you want to get more out of less weight on these machines, people always say, oh, they're so easy. Not if you're doing it right, okay? I find that you can get way more out of this light stack just by putting your feet up and turning your legs out, externally rotating your hips like this, right? If you do that, feet facing out, not everybody has the mobility to do that, okay? But if you do, or if you almost do, work up to it. If you don't have the ability, right, just gradually start here and an inch up, further up, higher up until you get to the top of it, right? And you try to turn out your hips some more as time goes on. Build that mobility, right? And then add these pads here to increase the range of motion, okay? If you do that, dude, I used to do 4 extra plates on this machine with a gym pin, okay? Now I can't even do the full stack. So, very good.